Well, obviously an opener. You always hold your breath, and excited to see the players that you've seen play in the past, see the growth that they've made, and then also to see the new guys step into roles that they've been doing in practice, but they haven't been with live bullets. So I thought today was kind of a little culmination of all that. I think you know, when we came into the game, we obviously have a plan in mind, offensively, defensively, and special teams. When the other quarterback wasn't playing, I think our defense made some adjustments, changed their game plan a little bit based on what they'd seen offensively. Had so many new guys. Obviously, we had a new lineup with Ty Clary in there and Johnny Gibson at right tackle, but had, you know, 3 running backs really that hadn't played a lot. At wide receiver, had a lot of new faces, and then obviously Frank and Austin returning and playing a lot of really good football. So it was a little bit of everything. I think we hit some speed bumps in that first half, which was good to overcome, get those out of our way. As coaches, we always talk about the improvement from game 1 to game 2, and we're going to need that. But I thought our guys responded really well in the second half. We've been talking about starting fast. We knew we were going to start it on kickoff coverage and then followed up with defense, and then obviously to make a play. I think Gabe Richardson knocked it out there, and then to get the scoop and score was good. And then a good teaching moment because we got a sideline penalty for the guys' reaction. So in these type of games, it was just good to get a lot of real good visual learning that we'll be able to take from the film and teach other guys and come out of it relatively healthy. I think Ryan Pulley just obviously damaged and hurt his shoulder, his pec, and some we're going to wait till we get back home to figure out exactly what that is. But other than that, came out of it pretty clean with everybody else. So other than that, we'll take this. What our plan is really to get this one out of the way. Most of the guys, the team will fly back tonight. Myself, Coach Lunny, are going to stay in the area and recruit tomorrow, but we'll put this game to rest tomorrow, watch the film, move into TCU preparation even tomorrow night. We'll get a good film session on them. We've already done a lot of TCU preparation going back in the spring and in the summer and with fall camp, so we'll take Saturday. I'll give the players a day off on Saturday. They've earned it. They've had 13 straight days, so to get them a day off is huge. We'll watch the TCU game Saturday night, add that to our scouting reports on Sunday morning, and we'll have a pretty significant practice on Sunday night, which is a 2-day jump normally than what we do for any other game. So this game playing on Thursday night, I think, is really going to hopefully benefit us in our preparation for next week. So with that, open it up for questions.
Right to your right, Coach. Coach, not a bad debut for Chase.
What
is it about him in game 1 that he's able to step on the field?
You know, I'd kind of reserved saying anything about him. It was very easy to see once we had him. Well, on film, you know, he's a great player. You know, now his level of competition in high school was a little bit different, so we didn't know how well it was going to translate. But as soon as he came to campus, the ability that he has to learn, regurgitate the game, and understand the way that we play here was quick, and you could see right away that he's going to have an impact. Knew we were going to play him. Couldn't be happier. I thought he was a little loose with ball when he first started repping. He's really concentrated on ball security, and that was pretty good today. But as you can see, he can make a lot of things happen in a short amount of space. He's very dynamic. I think the combination of him, Devois, and David really have 3 really unique players at that position that kind of will present an operation or a preparation nightmare for our opponents, I believe.
Brady, you said in camp you come up with 1A, B's, 1B, 1C.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you feel it was as a rotation overall?
You know, Devois had gotten in, had a little bit of limited prep the 2 weeks prior, but was cleared and healthy for game day. So he was, I think, just needed to work off some rust. We wanted to rep him in the first half. David had never played in our system or our scheme, so it was really important to get him a lot of reps and a lot of opportunities because, as you can see, he's got great hands. He's a pass threat, really a good quick learner as well. And then Chase, it was just kind of the way that I just wanted to rep him more and more to get him game ready. Obviously, David's already played in the SEC, and Devois has as well. So it was important for us to rep him. That's why we kept him in there a little bit longer. And then TJ Hammond is TJ just got cleared probably. I get screwed up because this is a Thursday, but you know he basically just started practicing this week he'd been out about 2 weeks, you know, from that injury.
Right down in front, Trey.
Yeah.
You surprised us a little bit with Ty Clary.
Yeah.
What went into him starting?
You know, really, I think after the first week of camp, you're kind of like, whoa, this Clary kid can do some things. Was very impressive. His feet, his athleticism, very, very powerful. I remember Herb came up to me after the first 2 weeks of summer camp, and he says, "This Ty Clary's lower body strength is unbelievable. He's really at a third or fourth year player just strengthen his lower body, which is obviously a great indicator for O-line play. Then after that first scrimmage, he kind of showed up on film. We were looking at trying to find our best 5 combo. B. Wall and Johnny Gibb had played a lot of football, but we were trying to bring them along a little bit. So we kind of all made a decision, hey, let's see what Ty can do at right guard, put him in with the 2s. 2s were going against 1s on that scrimmage, and he blocked up some of our D linemen that we thought were pretty good players, and that's what made the move. Still didn't know if he was going to be a starter. He's obviously a true freshman who was, in my opinion, totally under-recruited, and made the decision about 10 days out when we made preparation that he was going to be our starter. I didn't release it to you guys because I didn't want it to be the chatter. You know what I mean? I wanted to protect him a little bit and let him prepare in a way that he needed to play, and then he'll be a lot better in his preparation to start TCU. Yeah.
Thoughts on Austin Allen's play, and did you try to get him out a little earlier?
Yeah, Trey, I think we wanted, no matter what happened in the first half, well, I should say no matter what, but our goal was to make him play through the third quarter. I think today, as many reps as our 1s could get, we haven't been able to simulate that in any practice or scrimmage against a live opponent that's trying to damage you. So to get him work through 3 quarters, to get him out, knock the rust off a little bit, I think he was good, but he got some things he did need to work through, especially with new guys in there, new wide receivers, new tight ends, a couple new offensive linemen. So I don't think, although it was some plays in the first half, you're like, come on, LaMichael dropped that third down. Those guys need to understand that's not just a drop pass, that's a drop possession, because that moves the chain. So, one of the things we're constantly on our guys about is football IQ in critical areas, third down. We have to raise our awareness on third down, especially offensively.
What do you think of that blitz pickup Devois had on the touchdown pass to Stewart? And you said he had knocked some rust off. Had he been hurt? Did he miss some time?
David Williams or Devois?
Devois.
No, he just not really injured. Just trying to get all those backs in there and get the rotation. I think we might have limited him in the last scrimmage just because we knew he'd taken hits and we wanted to see what those other guys would do. But they were a big corner pressure team. You can see they're bringing a lot of pressures, new pressures we hadn't seen. And I think the blitz pickup is the last thing that a running back been very successful at that position, and without a glitch, it's always PBU pass blitz pickup that is usually the last thing a running back. He doesn't go to college and say I can't wait to run blitz pickup. You know what I mean? He's into running routes and running plays, not necessarily taking on a big linebacker or somebody. So that's the last part of the Devois game, and I think he's done really well at it.
You're right.
Brett, your defensive speed, do you think it showed up tonight?
I do. Clay, I was really happy with just the way the guys ran the ball. They tackled pretty well. I thought overall, I don't care what level you're at. I mean, a guy with a football, they have some really good players, some good athletes over there, and to tackle as efficiently as we did. And then there was a couple great examples that probably go without being noticed to the untrained eye, that we just leveraged the ball really well, turned it into pursuit. Case in point, to start the second half, I think that play was created by the leverage that I think Andre Tolliver got, forced it in, and I think Gabe got the strip, and then Andre got the fumble recovery for a touchdown. There's another play, I think Jake Hall got a sack, or his first sack out there today, and it was an under move by Randy Ramsey that flushed the quarterback into him. So there's a lot of really good moving parts on the defense side of the ball that you funnel the football to get a guy to make a play, and it was very, very evident.
Your Hog and Razor each had a sack. Is that what you expect out of them to get to the quarterback?
Well, we ran through quite a few guys. I think Randy actually plays both. Based on our personnel groupings. But Randy, to me, has been a guy I've been real quiet about. I just think he's got some special skills, and he's just beginning to scratch the surface how good he really can be. I give a lot of credit. My 2 new defensive coaches, Coach Scott and Coach Walker, really have had a nice impact in our room, getting those guys to play. I think in particular at outside backer, you got 2 guys, Randy Ramsey and Dwayne Eugene, who have been kind of just role players to this point, and I think it showed up today that they got those are 2 guys that belong at this level.
Bob,
What'd you think of the 3-4 debut overall?
Well, gave up minimal points. I don't think they had a lot of big plays. Again, we put it out there to try to get our guys lined up efficiently. I don't think we had not any glaring misalignments. There was a lot of really good communication out there. Played a lot of different guys at those positions, and you know, you saw Dwayne Eugene get that sack late. I think they just thought the rotation was going to be the other way, and all of a sudden, here's a guy that they think is going to be dropping. All of a sudden, he's rushing, and it brings lots of problems.
Right down the front stretch. Sorry for this
That's
question.
right.
It's a fashion question.
Yeah.
No windbreaker.
No, I
First
went.
time in how long?
Went lightweight, trying to change it up. I sat on the other side of the bus too on the way here, so I really diversified. No, I just was in the locker. I didn't feel like wearing the white one that they had, so I broke this one out.
When's the last time you had
I've never not worn one. I was a defense coordinator against Hawaii. Was the last time that I remember one as a coach.
Second row to your right, Coach.
Coach, can you speak on?
Because we had a nice little Tommy on. I wanted to show it off.
Coach, can you speak on freshman Callaway coming in for Pulley?
Yeah, you know, Chevin Callaway and then Cameron Curl, both those guys got, because of obviously Ryan's situation. We thought both of those guys, it's really a three-man rotation. Brito Tutt, Chevin Callaway, and Cameron Curl. We kind of wanted to play those guys all equally, at least going into the game. I think Cameron probably took the majority of the reps, but you know, Chevin has really the last 2 weeks come along really good. He's very fast. He's very athletic. Very conscientious young man. Very you know, attention to detail. For a freshman, he's very mature. Him and Cameron both are very mature beyond their year.
Couple more to your left, Coach.
If Pulley has to miss any extended time, do you think it will be Curl, or will that kind of be an
You know, I
open
think there's a couple options back there. Obviously, you know, then you also, you know, have the Swiss Army knife of our defense. You got K. Rich too, who's played corner and can do some good things. So I think we'll just take a step back, take a look at it, see what Ryan's situation, and come up with our best personnel.
Last one.
Cole Kelly has debuted tonight. Can you just speak on that?
Well, he probably thinks he's ready for Canton. He had two completed passes and one for a touchdown. I think they were both screen plays, which we had to remind him of. But he, you know, he's a fun guy. You just saw the way the kids reacted and fans reacted. He's got a great personality, and he lowered the boom. He is not afraid of much now, but he realizes he's 6'7", 270. He put the shoulder down, which I wouldn't recommend. It was his throwing shoulder too. So we'll have some conversations about that. But I was really good. It was good to get him in. Now he went in there, you know, really with his 2-0 line. So you know, he goes in there and to kind of piece that all together. I thought he owned the moment, and it was good to get him in there.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.